Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Tirza Sprigella.
And I'm Sheridan Hertig. Let's take a look at the news.
Last Friday night, Late Night BU hosted their first event of the semester. Here is Robin Batzel with more.
After COVID restrictions have been lifted here on campus, Late Night BU is finally able to kick off their first event of the semester.
Late Night BU turned Market into a winter wonderland for their February event by bringing back some past crowd favorites.
Tonight we have ice skating in the performance court, which seems to be a big hit. It's sticking with the winter wonderland theme. We also have Stuff a Critter, which is also another big hit with penguins and reindeer and polar bears.
With fluctuating COVID policies this semester, Late Night had to be flexible when planning for this event.
We didn't know for a while if we could even have an indoor event, so that was different. And then also setting up the registration was very different because we've never done that before.
I think as a participant, I kind of had like the normal late night in my head of like, okay, this is what it looks like. And then with COVID restrictions, it was definitely different. Having to work with like how many people could be here at once, but I think for what we had to deal with, it's going pretty well.
Although there are many of the same activities you would see at a normal late night, there are a few key differences here with this event.
With the pandemic and everything, obviously we have to be wearing masks, we have to worry about social distancing, which also means that we can only have about 50 people per activity, so we have 250 spots available per time slot, and we have 3 time slots.
While this late night was drastically different than previous years, students were still able to enjoy themselves on a Friday night.
The next late night event is expected to happen in March, and while the date has yet to be decided, they expect to have the same COVID regulations. Reporting for BUTV News, I'm Robin Batzel.
Last Monday, Bradley's communication department held a Zoom chat with 4 upper-level students to discuss projects they've worked on outside of the classroom. Larry Larson, Joey Wright, Morgan Dunham, and MJ Hurley all spoke about projects and opportunities they have worked on while still being full-time students. The event gave helpful insight to anyone looking to pursue opportunities while still finishing their degree. The audience got a chance to ask the panelists their questions. Topics ranged from managing time to the financial aspects of starting their own projects. The panelists also spoke about how the classes they have taken have affected the projects they have pursued outside of class.
I think for me, there was a day that I remember I was sitting and talking to my dad and just saying, I'm realizing I'm not going to college for a career. I'm going to college to gain a bunch of skills. I'm not a great exam taker. I'm very application based. And that class with Dr. P was huge because it was all application based. Content design, and then I also do.
For more exciting events like this, be sure to look out for ComConnect or contact Drs. Corey Barker and Tony Adams.
A new organization on campus wants to empower college women by giving them a platform to speak freely without judgment. Her campus, BU, had its first informational meeting on Monday night to inform interested students about their new chapter. Her Campus is an online magazine that was started in 2009 by 3 women. Their goal was to fill the hole in the media market for an online magazine that is dedicated to, written by, and focused on empowering college women. Currently, Her Campus has over 400 chapters across college campuses. This semester, Alzion Nick became Bradley's first campus correspondent in hopes to attract new members and create a thriving opportunity for women here at Bradley.
It allows us to build a community around writing and about issues that we want to talk about without having any judgment. So I know one of the main things that the founders of Her Campus were focused on was having that place where they could write without censorship and without feeling like they were being judged by their peers. Brainstorming sessions, jot down everything.
To stay up to date with the chapter, follow them on social media at HC Bradley U on Twitter and Instagram, and Her Campus at Bradley U on Facebook. If you would like to join Her Campus, contact the organization at hcbradleyu@hercampus.com. Tomorrow, Thursday, March 4th, Bradley University AMA will be hosting a Zoom meeting to discuss diversity in the workplace. The meeting will begin at 4 p.m. and will be featuring guest speakers Stephen Alibrandi, a current senior program specialist for Liberty Mutual Insurance. Any student that wishes to attend this meeting can email ama@mail.bradley.edu for more information. ACBU consistently has found a way to bring some high-profile guests to campus. But have you ever wondered how? Reporter Jake Anderson has more.
After last week's ACBU event with Cody Coe and Noel Miller, I began wondering exactly how they go about getting their guests. I sat down with ACBU President Abby Peterson to find out more.
We have a middle agent, and her name is Jolene. She works for a different type of agency that basically just works with us, so with Bradley, and then works with some bigger names and their agents. So we would go to her and say, like, this is the type of event we want to do. Do you have anyone in mind? Or if we had someone in mind, we can go to her with like the exact name.
While most larger events are hosted in the Renaissance Coliseum, this year's recess will be virtual. Though for students hoping for a bigger name, this may not be a bad thing.
The concert will most likely be virtual. And so because of that, we won't have to pay for like security. So we can actually use some of the money that we were going to use for like security or advertising or some other things and actually put that towards the artist budget. So if anything, maybe a little bit higher than normal, but for the most part, it's the same.
Ultimately, ACBU is an organization that runs off of what the student body wants to see.
If anyone ever has suggestions or if you want to reach out about an event idea, we always will take suggestions. Not saying they'll happen for sure, but we always want student input and to see what students actually want on campus. And so I feel like we do a pretty good job of making sure there's a variety of events, and we work with our budget to really get the best quality events we can.
I would like to thank Abby Peterson for her time, and for BUTV News, I'm Jake Anderson.
The Office of Diversity and Inclusion hosted an open house last week to show students the new improvements in the Garrett Center. Quinice Williams gives us an exclusive look along with the importance to the campus.
After about 40 years of formerly being on Bradley's campus, the Garrett Center has been refurbished. This building was created in honor of Dr. Romeo B. Garrett, who was the first African-American professor here at Bradley. The building itself has been influential to the campus.
It represents the legacy of what Bradley strives to be. Inclusive, diverse, equitable. Those were all ideas that came from Dr. Romeo B. Garrett, and it represents his legacy.
This place is the hub for Office of Diversity and Inclusion, along with several other cultural and diverse programs that continue to give students a sense of belonging.
As a former student myself, I definitely found my place at the Garrett Center and organizations like the Association of Latin American Students and positions like the peer educator for Bradley advocating for diversity. So for me, it helped me meet other students that I could relate to.
When asked to describe the Garrett Center and ODI in one or two words, this is what the staff had to say.
Community-based.
Fun and a place to feel inspired.
Gorgeous. It is gorgeous.
Events are slowly starting to be held at the Garrett Center. To keep up with events and what ODI is doing, follow them on Instagram at BU Diversity. For BUTV News, I'm Quinice Williams.
Spring is right around the corner. 1 second, we're having a little trouble with our prompter. But spring is right around the corner, and here on Bradley's campus, students are beginning to be able to enjoy some early spring warm weather, which is hopefully here to stay. Spring officially begins on Saturday, March 20th, with the warm weather we are experiencing being unseasonable for the Midwest. The end of winter here at Bradley is also noted by an increased optimism about a return to in-person classes for all who wish to do so in the coming fall 2021 semester. Students and faculty will also have to keep the clock in mind as daylight savings time begins next Sunday, the 14th. Remember to spring your clock forward 1 hour the night before and plan for some extra sleep. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a great impact on Greek life here at Bradley. Fraternity Sigma Phi Epsilon has been working hard to keep its members healthy and safe. Members living in Sigma Phi Epsilon have been diligent in maintaining a clean and uncontaminated environment within their chapter house. This involves taking a number of precautions such as disinfecting surfaces, wearing masks, and maintaining proper social distancing within the common areas. Members are also assigned different rooms of the House to clean on a daily basis. SIGEP President Mitch Kaminsky has been attentive in making sure these rules are followed at all times.
Make sure we were extra diligent in wiping down surfaces, cleaning everything, and holding everyone accountable and make sure that they were staying on top of it and keeping everyone in-house safe.
By taking these measures, Sigma Phi Epsilon hopes to stop the spread of the virus among members and to those outside of the fraternity. SIGEP is just one example of the group effort to curb the rates of COVID-19 here within the Bradley campus.
Up next, this week's forecast, followed by Bradley's newest trending celebrity.
And later on, a look at this week's sports highlights. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a great show for you tonight.
Minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Part-time job, full-time hustle, all-time Shiro to all of us. You nurture, we listen. You teach, we thrive. You lift our spirits, but we've got to lay down the truth. It's time for you, our Shiro, to stretch for the stars. A free online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Start saving more for retirement so you can feel prepared and live your life to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And welcome back. I'm Joseph Cyrus. Let's take a look at the weather. This past week has been great. For the first time in months, we are finally getting some warmer weather, and I hope everyone has taken the opportunity to spend some time outside in the past few days. I don't know about all of you, but I could not be happier to go outside with Crocs and shorts on and not get looked at like I'm crazy. Taking a look at the radar, it's very clear right now, and with a 0 chance of precipitation tonight, you should be fine to go out without an umbrella. Taking a look at the current temperatures, it's about 55 degrees here in Peoria, so about average for this time of year. In the Chicago area, it's a little colder at about 48 degrees, and finally in the St. Louis area, it's closer to perfect weather at about 66 degrees. All of these trends should continue throughout the week. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast, it's about 59 degrees tonight, and it'll get a little colder tomorrow with a high of 51 degrees. Going into this weekend, it'll be partly cloudy with low chances of rain, along with a high of 50 degrees on Saturday and 57 degrees on Sunday. Starting off the week with Monday, it'll be partly cloudy once again with a high of 62 degrees. After 2 months of pure cold, I think we can all agree that this weather is a nice change of pace. Now it's time for your entertainment news with Tori Frazier.
The entertainment industry has been busy and buzzing, so let's get right into it. Recently, Lady Gaga's dogs were stolen, and while they have since been found, Ryan Fisher, Gaga's hired dog walker, spoke out about the shooting and robbery. Fisher posted to his Instagram recounts of the incident. While on a walk with Gaga's 3 dogs, Asia, Koji, and Gustav, an oncoming vehicle shot Fisher and then stole Koji and Gustav. While the dogs were returned safely to Gaga, Fisher is still in the hospital recovering from the shooting. Fisher shared to his Instagram, quote, "I am still in recovery. The gratitude for all the love I feel is immense and intense. I felt your support and healing. Thank you," end quote. I'm happy to hear that Fisher is recovering well and the dogs were returned unharmed. In other news, if you tune into the current season of The Bachelor, you might be familiar with contestant Michelle Young, who appears to have stolen Bachelor Matthew James's heart. After doing some deep digging about the final ladies remaining, Young is also a Bradley alum. While at Bradley, Young played on the women's basketball team and also graduated with a degree in elementary education. Last week, we saw a few of Young's students via video conference for the hometowns dates. Young is one of 3 contestants left this season, and although we probably have our personal picks on who we want to take home that final rose, I'm personally stuck between Brie and Michelle, so I can only imagine how hard this decision has to be for Matt. Michelle, your Bradley family wishes you the best of luck on the rest of your journey this season. I'm ready for the finale to come on. We still have 2 weeks.
2 more weeks. 2
Literally.
more weeks. I can't wait.
Who do you think is going to pick, Michelle or Brie? Or Rachel?
I think it's going to be Rachel.
I
don't know.
You know what? I'm not going to tell y'all, but I looked it up, so we'll see.
Coming up, an interview with Bradley's student body president, Emma Hoytia.
And then Joey Wright with this week's sports highlights. All this after the break.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk. No matter what you're going through, I just want you to know I'm here. I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Bradley University's Student Senate is the governing body on Bradley's campus that influences campus life and works hand in hand with faculty and administrators. They will be having their elections in the upcoming weeks. There are positions available for general senators, chairpeople of the Senate committee, and student body officers. Here with us to speak more about Student Senate and its election process is Emma Hoytia, student body president. Hi, Emma. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello. It's my absolute pleasure.
Can you tell me a little bit about your job, your job tasks as student body president?
Yes, absolutely. So Student Senate is a group of about 50 people is the number of spots that we have. It isn't always full, so there's always opportunities for people to get involved. But for me, the closest contact that I have is with administration. So I regularly meet with the president and the provost, as well as having about 3 meetings a week with senators and our cabinet members, which is consisting of our chairpeople of each committee. So it's a really nice mix of having contact with students, and the students that I come in contact with are tasked with going out, finding out what the issues are on campus and what we can try to help fix. And so I get in touch with those students, and then I take that information and go share it with the administration.
Very nice. Thank you so much. As I mentioned, some of the positions that are up for election, can you tell me a little bit about what those positions are responsible for?
Absolutely. So the top 4 positions are the student body officers, and that's the student body president, the Speaker of the Assembly, which is the person that runs all the meetings. The chief of staff is in charge of kind of managing each of those committee chair people that I was mentioning. And then the Director of Administration is in charge of kind of keeping budget, keeping the minutes and things like that. So we have a nice array of positions there. Unfortunately, that election process has already begun. So if you're interested in doing something like that, it'll be suggested to then run next year at the end of next school year. And then the chair people are in charge of each committee. So we have academic affairs, diversity and inclusion, campus safety, community relations, campus affairs, PR and public relations, and internal affairs. And so those are 6 committee chair people positions that are going to be open at the end of next month. And then there's a bunch of senator positions. So you can run as a freshman senator, sophomore senator, junior, senior, and then at-large senators. We also have academic senator seats that are open, but that isn't an elected position. That's a nominated position through your dean. So if you're interested in being an academic senator, go talk to your dean and they can have it nominated through Senate.
You explained that really, really well.
Thank you. I do it a little bit, yeah.
We don't have a lot of time left, but I do want to ask you one more question just so the students at Bradley can know. When are we allowed to vote, and what do you think is the most important thing we should be voting on?
Absolutely vote on the person that you believe the most in, not just the person that you necessarily know the best. And voting is going to be sent to your email at 10 a.m. on March 22nd, and it'll be open for 48 hours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining
Absolutely.
us. I really appreciate it. But I also do hope that you're hungry, because this week's Campus Convos is all about food. There's nothing better than sharing a meal with your friends, so we did the next best thing and had Mark Berger down at the Student Center asking students about their favorites. Here he is with Campus Convos Culinary Cravings.
Welcome to Campus Convos. On this week's episode, I came down to the Student Center to ask some people about their favorite culinary cravings. Let's go take a look. What is your favorite guilty pleasure food?
Can it be a dessert? I really like brownies. I would say ice cream for me.
I was gonna say mine are definitely sweets. I like brownies and cookies.
Donuts. I'm gonna say pizza.
What kind of pizza?
Sausage pizza.
I like the Krispy Kreme donuts, just glazed donuts.
I like Chick-fil-A sandwiches with the waffle fries.
Nice. And if you could add a restaurant into the food court here, which would it be?
I would add a Subway because they got decent sandwiches, or a Jimmy John's.
My favorite fast food place right now is Culver's. So if there's a Culver's,
that would work for ice cream. Maybe I would say a pizza restaurant.
That's a tough question.
I like some Chinese food. I feel like we go for this and that. Some Panda.
Yeah, I agree with that. Or like a burger place.
Probably Panera or Potbelly's.
And which fast food restaurant has the best fries?
I would say maybe Wingstop.
Portillo's, hands down.
Like Five Guys fries.
I actually really like Chick-fil-A fries. I also like Red Robin fries. Or McDonald's are always a classic.
Chick-fil-A for sure. I really like the waffle fries.
Who's second place then?
Second place, Wingstop for sure. You ever had Wingstop fries? They're fire.
The garlic parmesan ones are.
Oh yeah, we had all of them.
Man, now I want fries. That was great. Thank you to all of our participants, and for BUTV News, I'm Mark Berger. See you next time.
After the break, we have Joey Wright with some women's basketball highlights, followed by our musical guest. We'll see you soon.
Hey. I'm heading out, man. You want to ride? No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom. Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is 10 people long. You know, I think I'll just... Dude, are you okay? You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed. Yeah. I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home. Smart man. Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
You're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Hello and welcome to sports. I'm Joey Wright. It has been a trying several weeks for Bradley men's basketball, but the team has a renewed reason to be hopeful ahead of this weekend's Missouri Valley Conference tournament. The Braves are attempting to win a third straight Arch Madness championship, a feat that no team since Southern Illinois in the mid-1990s has achieved. It's a tough draw this time around, though. Bradley is playing in Thursday's play-in game, and no team has ever played 4 games in St. Louis and emerged with the championship. Bradley handed Drake a loud 67-61 loss on Saturday night. That was just the third loss for Drake this season against 24 victories. The Braves wrapped that one up with just 6 scholarship players after junior Jashawn Henry went down with an early ankle injury. Henry is not expected back for Thursday, but Ville Tevanainen and Kevin McAdoo are expected to return. And as you see the highlights from that one, DJ Williams making a nice play for Drake right there, but Bradley battling back. 2 teams traded baskets all game long, really. There you get a look at Kent finding Sean East, and Rink Mass takes it up strong. And Bradley, really, this was a statement win for the Braves, a win they really needed. Williams is going to knock in another 3 right there, but Bradley quick to battle back. Sean East finding Kevin McAdoo, or Jason Kent, pardon me, on that 3. And then Rink Mast, showing off the quarterback skills, finds Darius Hanna for the big finish. Big win for the Braves. They will play Southern Illinois on Thursday at 5 o'clock, and they would play Loyola Chicago on Friday if they win that one. Women's basketball enters its final home games of the season this week on a 3-game losing streak. The Braves lost twice on the road at Missouri State on February 19th and 20th and fell to Illinois State 79-59 last Thursday. We have highlights from that game. Starting it off with Nyjah White. Here's a nice find to TT Danzo, and Danzo up strong. Then a little bit later on, TT Danzo is going to find Tatum Koenig, and Koenig knocks in the open 3 there. Illinois State, though, they won by 20, and they'll show you why right here. They battle back. Deanna Wilson goes up strong to the rack, and Wilson pops up and scores again on a Julian Redmond assist. Maya Wong is going to keep it rolling thereafter. She's going to take it up and drop in a nice 2 there. Difficult shot, turns around and gets it to fall. Bradley would answer with a pair of Gabby Hawk 3s, but wouldn't be enough as the Redbirds sweep the season series. Bradley hosts Indiana State on Friday and Saturday night, with hoops in the Heartland on deck next weekend. Bradley soccer has a home game tomorrow, but no, it won't be at Shea Stadium, as the field at Shea continues to be readied for the spring. After the winter season, the Braves will host Evansville at Eureka College tomorrow at 1 p.m. The Braves are 1-1 on the season after beating Eastern Illinois, to open the season and then taking a pause due to COVID before resuming with a loss at Missouri State. You can watch their match against 0-2 Evansville tomorrow afternoon on ESPN+. That's all for sports. I'm Joey Wright. Coming up, a look at some events happening here around campus and a throwback performance from our musical guest. All this after the break.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September. I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs. And that's still not enough to put food on the table. I am a 16-year-old boy who just got my first job to help feed my little sisters. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew they were hungry.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
And now a look at events coming up here on campus. Don't know what to get to eat for dinner tonight? The Sigma Lambda Gamma National Sorority is hosting a fundraiser with Chipotle for a limited time only today. Either show the flyer or use the code provided when you order so your purchase counts towards the fundraiser. All proceeds will be donated to Sigma Lambda Gamma's charitable organizations. This fundraiser only lasts till 8 p.m. tonight, so order now. ACBU is hosting From Stress to Serenity tomorrow night at 6 p.m. with Golly Gabay. With over 22 years of experience, Gabay will be talking about mental health and stress, all while keeping students feeling motivated. She will then follow up with a relaxing yoga and meditation session. With midterms coming up, this is the perfect opportunity to relieve your stress. You can find more info about this event on ACBU Instagram at ACBU Bradley. Bradley is now providing 20-minute informal virtual counseling called Let's Teletalk. This free service is open to all Bradley undergraduate and graduate students, but is a first-come, first-served basis. This is the perfect opportunity for students who are not sure about counseling, but wonder what it's like to talk with one. Or even for students who just need someone to rant to. This service is available for the rest of the semester and held every Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Email epanich@fsmail.bradley.edu to reserve your spot. Well, that's all we've got for you tonight on BUTV News. From all of us here, I am Tirza Sprigella.
And I'm Sheridan Hertig. We leave you tonight with a performance from the Blank Stares. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week.
Something's off about my hair today. Everything about my outfit sucks. Just think of what they'll say when I walk in like this. Why do I care so much? God, here come my friends, what will they think of me? They're probably thinking about my lack of style. I'm too scared to move, what should I do? I'm gonna lose it. I guess that I'll just stand here for a while. Anxiety, it swallows me. Something that I don't believe. And I've begun to be an angsty teen, always blowing off my homework, barely catching the Z's. And I don't know, was I supposed to know? So call again, please, cause this line's busy, caught up in other problems and what people are thinking. I don't know, still don't know, do I know? I'm trying hard to find the fragments, bits of me, but it's kind of hard when I'm so worried about nothing. Call again, please. I wonder what people are thinking. Call again, please. I wonder what people are thinking. This I wish I knew when I was younger. 16-year-olds are not mature at all. And when you're on the brink of such a stepping stone, it makes you feel the world is pretty small. It makes you think we've got a lot of problems, like politics and climate change and more.